Hi everyone, it's Magpie's YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a mid-season review, and while we're at it, I'll talk about the next couple games as well. Now if you're returning Magpies, welcome back to another video. If you are new and you're watching this for the first time, welcome. Now, how I do this mid-season review is a bit different to probably sort of how I do a preview. I mainly will talk about the season so far, expectations, and most importantly, I will rank it out of 10. Of the season so far, and that takes into account what's been going on. So with that now, I'm thinking that we are 3-8 or 4-8. Yeah, we are a good team. We really are. And I feel like we're getting it now in our games that we've played, right? For me, the game against the Blues and Brisbane, how would I say it? The Blues, we beat them, right? Brisbane, we were in front, couldn't put the team to the sword. However, we only lost by a point. So, a couple of losses that we've had, and let's be honest, the teams that we have lost to are the Western Bulldogs, Brisbane Lions, Geelong, Port Adelaide, Giants, Essendon, so Giants, Essendon, Port, so Bulldogs, Brisbane Lions, Geelong, Port Adelaide, West Coast, Essendon, Giants. On top of that, and we only beat, I think we beat, obviously, Melbourne, Adelaide, Carlton, and North Melbourne. But out of the losses that we've, the wins that we've had, the Queen's birthday game was the best win that we've had all season, for memory. And I know there is one more loss that we had. It's been a tremendous time. It'll come to me. It will, because sometimes my memory can be shocking. And something like this I should be remembering. But the wins that we had, Carlton, okay, the win that we had, I think it was 22 points or 24 points. So we beat them by 4 goals. We beat North Melbourne by 18 points. And that was a win for me that can be purely happy. Because I went to the doubleheader and we won that. And we also won the VFLW as well. And I feel like Sydney is another one that we end up losing. But with the wins that we had in that stage, I felt like we are, that we tend to play well. Like, it came together. Pressure's been on. All the off-field stuff, including that. The Adelaide win. We've been building, but we have been, if I can say this, it's part of the reason why that we won, because we start off well and then other teams come back. And I think with that Adelaide when we won by 5 points, and and beat Melbourne, 17 points on Queen's birthday. And I was on Bitters footy live stream, and I truly believe that Melbourne are a good team. And I say this not being disrespectful. I say that in respect. Okay, a team like Melbourne, we have to put away. Because we know that Melbourne are off the game, we're on that game, we have to take that advantage. I've been calling this for a while. I know Sweep Luke has. You know, shout out to Sweep Luke and Beat a Footy on that. But I feel like we've been hurting in our losses, and to win those 4 games, like, okay, good, we got the wins that we had to have. To beat a top 4 team, that not many teams have beaten Melbourne, by the way. Adelaide won, and obviously we are the second team. But I feel like those wins meant something for us as fans, because we're watching, you know, obviously on telly. I think that's how we were originally, and to be emotional after that, mate. And I thought the same, like everybody else has an opinion. Like, that doesn't bother me at all when it came to Bucks. But I thought he was man for the job. Look, Graham Ryan Bucks, so yeah, this is a 5-year job. I don't think I can do it in 5 years. I like the honesty in coaches when they're honest with themselves. I don't think I can do it. Could I do a 2 or 3 year deal and then add 2 on top of that? It's so you know what's going on. But with the losses, like Sydney, we lost by, I think it was 30 points. And 29 points up. So, we lost 16, a point twice, 10 points. 27 points, I'm pretty sure, on Anzac Day. We lost by 30 against Sydney. So, I think with that, we've been in the games for most of it, right? I feel we've been in all our games, I think, bar one. The Essendon game, as I said, it was hard for me to judge on form, because I was just hoping that it would hit a target. And because of the clash of the Guernseys, that made it difficult for me. But having said that, I feel like the Sydney game, I think that was pause we played. Like, first half, okay, we're good, but not to score a goal in the second half. That's more of a disappointment in anything else. The Port Adelaide game, we were up. Like, we were in front for most of the game. We kept Port Adelaide goalless in the first quarter. But then we know that Port Adelaide are a team that can come back. And I feel like that's the game where it hurt a little bit. And then to play some flair a little bit, it's like, oh, fuck. You know, here we go again. Like, we're a chance. The Geelong game, well, first half, I don't think we kicked a goal. But the second half, we did. Our ball movement sometimes, like, I get Buckley's mantra on, okay, sort out your defence and then getting your attack ready. And I feel that's what, okay, I get that. But then there are times where the players have got to look, like, if you're looking to go sideways and there's players on the wing, on the middle of the ground that you got to hit, you got to take that opportunity, because when we play fast attacking footy, we can score. We can absolutely score. there are times we have to be patient, and I get that. And the off-field stuff, I don't like. Like, Jeff Brown says, 7 reasons why I want to get rid of the board. But what would Jeff Brown do in that situation? You know, when it comes to paying players, like, it's hindsight for me. You know, I didn't see why we should pay Adam Law $900,000 to be a fucking midfielder when, and you're paying Stevenson $500,000 and Tom Phillips as well, because you see something in the first 2 years and then fell away badly last year. Obviously the hubs have been the difficult part of that. The do better report, is it really worth it? You know, my question marks on that. Look, I don't mind if a club does, you know, and the leaking off that stuff probably should not have happened, but to do better report, and you think, okay, when you have a look and see, you know, walls and see what's happening with that. Just feel, I don't know, it's tough. But I see reasons why club want to do that stuff. Like, I do. But I also think that sometimes it's people, the media are responsible, but there are people out there that are going to label Collingwood a racist club. And I think for a second, if people think that, I think they should look at the other teams, because I'm pretty sure they've been plenty. I think no doubt about that. I just don't know that if people are going to come out and say that, but then other clubs have had issues along those lines, and it's happened at St Kilda. You know, just because of a fan says something on social media, and I think, okay, if you're going to call that out or say, look, you know, that's not on, you know, criticise me for a footballer, but not as a person. I think that's fair enough too. I think that is fair enough, and you gotta give credit. Then you hear about the board challenging, and I just feel look, I think Eddie was pushed. He said he left. I think there was part of me think that he did get pushed. Look, I do take Eddie's word for that, and even Box, I take his word. But I don't think it was about whether or not Buckley could coach. Of course he could, but Box was just playing it like, you know, if the club wants me to continue, then, you know, so he's putting the club first. And I think if you work inside the four walls of a footy club, you'd know, okay, I got to put the club first, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. I had Collingwood top 4 on the ladder on my predictions for that, and despite losing for at least 3 or 4 players during that period, we got some players that they could take the next step, and I feel we can do that as a club. Like, I feel like Caleb Poulter coming in and really doing a good job. Trent Bianco is another one. Josh Akers continues to impress as well. Finley McRae, we've seen how he's played. Oliver Henry, when he's come in, like, he shows something for me that, okay, you know, we're worried about him probably getting rested, but and fatigue. Do we start playing him? Max Lynch has impressed me. And I'll put my hand up and I'll say I don't think he was the man to play. Honestly, I would have gone with Mason Cox. But, you know what, Bucks stuck at it, and the match committee made a good start. So, I feel that there are a lot of changes that are happening at Collingwood. At the start, Mark Horder come out and said, we need to make finals. That was the going expectations on the club. I don't think it will happen. But yeah, it's one of those ones where I think as well with Collingwood that all the board deciding and one of our members and supporters that had this interest for the agent and pulled out after him and one other person was talking to the club and about doing helping out and discussing stuff about for the members and that what we can do. I don't think that was a good idea to do it, because then, as we know, when we lose, the media are on us, and I think we all should know that by now. I did point out that we should be keeping out of the headlines. We just can't. Now, I think one of our supporters calls that. And I am critical of that. I am, because keep your mouth shut. You don't go in the media. You go to the club and you go, right, hey, look, we feel this hasn't, we feel like we've been getting let down. Can we talk about this? And I'm pretty sure, okay, you sort it out. Because the media will make a big deal out of it, makes it a story. Now, people are realistic. You hope it doesn't affect their performances. In reality, they're going to hear this stuff and they go, oh shoot, what the hell is going on? And that can affect performance. So I think we need to be careful as fans on what we say on either social media or make big noise, and because then the media are going to get it. The media are the ones that are going to get a story out of it, and then it's just going to be all over. But football-wise, I think so far we're getting better. As a team, I feel like we are getting better, and we need to keep improving for the long run, I feel. Alright, so that was my ramble on about, the way they were playing. At times we're more defensive, but I think sometimes I feel we need to be careful when it comes to this. I think we still got the confidence to play good footy. And the reason why I feel the confidence that we're going to be playing good footy, 89.9, right? So we're 4-8 with our wins, and Swiftwood, thanks for this, mate. We got Fremantle at Marvel, Saints at the G, Richmond at the G, Carlton at the G, so that's our home game. Port at the Adelaide Oval, West Coast at the G, Hawthorn at the G, Brisbane at the Gabba, and Essendon at the G, hopefully. So by looking at that, I think we can win 6 games out of that. And I'll tell you which one I think will win. So Fremantle is a must-win game, right? We know we can win. Fremantle don't play at Marvel. St Kilda, a struggling club. They can't win at Marvel, so we should be beating them. Hawthorn we should be beating. Carlton we should be beating. So that's 1, 2, 3. West Coast we can win, alright? West Coast we can win. Hawthorn we should be winning. That's 5. And for the 6th one, right? For the 6th one, I think we can beat Richmond. Because they aren't going that great. And, you know, injuries have hit us this year. But that's still no excuses to that. So, with the games remaining, I think we can win 6. Richmond we can possibly win. That's going to be a 50-50. Fremantle we should be winning. St Kilda we should be winning. Hawthorn we should be winning, at least. West Coast we can win. So that's a 50-50. Port is a 50-50. Depends on how they're going. Because they were up and down this year. That's the problem. And that they're at home this time around. So I wonder what's going to be. But that all depends on what COVID brings as well. So, again, like, in hindsight, I'm having my voice and I use this as my platform to talk. But I do feel like we can win these games in Melbourne as long as COVID doesn't affect it and we don't end up back into lockdown. So that's what my beliefs are. And I think playing West Coast away, even though we lost that, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we don't know what will happen. It could be a double header at Perth. I might be in front of no crowds. It all depends. So it could be another game. Or another stadium potentially. So again, it is what it is on that. How I look by on the season out of 10, I'm going to give it a pass mark. And I was tempting to give this a 4, but as I've said, that's the best win we've had. And we've been competitive in all our games. Probably bar one. I think the Sydney game was more of a disappointing. So a 5 out of 10, that's a pass mark. Anything lower than that, I would have said, and had we lost those 2, I think it would have been about a 3, if I were to be honest. But as I said in my YouTube video talking about Collingwood, and I talked multiple times about this, I said what we need to do against Geelong, if we can pull off win against Geelong and play away, if we can just show something and build something, we can potentially get a win, or either win or 2, or if that. And I feel like that we got the results that we wanted. So we are playing a lot better. Hopefully, this is something I feel that we can continue to improve. And again, got to keep winning, because as we know, some of the players that have stepped up this year, Darcy Cameron, Jordan De Goey's starting to play decent footy. So is Jamie Elliott when he's up and firing. He's a really good player. Josh Thomas is in form. Will Hoskin Elliott as well. Some of the stuff that Josh Thomas does that off the ball really, it really shows something. It really does. So it's always good for that. Potentially is what we're all going to see. So that's my mid-season review. So 4 and 8. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it's not a bad performance. I think the Adelaide game showed something remarkably. Like, I don't think it was we hit the switch at all. I feel that was our best game that we've played. You know. And sometimes, look, I like to see how we do respond with teams as well. That's just my opinion, because it's not probably just my opinion, but it's probably what we all think as Collingwood fans. I think us Collingwood fans in general, we think, okay, we know a team's going to come back at some point. What are we going to do about it? You know, can we finally put teams to sword and play 4 quarters? Because I feel as a fan, and I can be frustrated with us, because I want to see us do good. I want to see us take that step as a team and go, right, we're going to kick a couple goals more, put pressure on that opposition, and if they don't step up and they don't perform, like if they don't come back at some point, then we are going to hold the win. If they can see, if they do get a goal to and we concede a goal to, then it's like, okay, let's not go into our shells. Let's not try and go super defensive. Let's just keep attacking and keep defending hard, like putting the pressure on the opposition player, and make sure that we can force them into mistakes. Because if we play like that, and we keep playing like the way that we're playing, especially against Melbourne and against Adelaide, against North Melbourne, Carlton, guarantee you, we will win more games than we lose. And that is the most important part of what I feel as a fan. And Collingwood fans, if you're out there and you're listening to this, let me know what you think. If I hit the nail on the head, let me know in the comments below. So I feel like that's the possibility now, that we are going to do, because it's time to start performing, guys. We need to keep performing. We can't afford to stop. We can't be happy ourselves. Yeah. And the only reason why I gave it a pass mark is because the couple wins that we've had, that we've actually got in a row, and we're actually playing better footy. It's just unfortunately sometimes we tend to stop. So it could have been a 4, could have been a 3 had we not win against those 2 teams. But we keep performing and keep producing performances like this, we can show something and start playing well. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, go to the prize. I'll see you back with another video. I will be doing a review of the Viva W game. That is currently on YouTube, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. I've been watching the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks. As a Philly fan, that we got the job done. I got myself sidetracked to watch it. I wanted to watch it, so it's all good. Till then, bye everyone.